Ethics in Research, presented by Adeline C. Barangan. Introduction, definition and meaning, importance of research ethics, general basic principles of ethics, authorship, plagiarism, peer review, research with animals, research with human subjects, research misconduct, conclusion. Introduction. When most people think of ethics or morals, they think of rules for distinguishing between right and wrong. Most commonly, ethics are norms of conducts that distinguish between acceptable and acceptable behavior. Definition and meaning. What ethics means. It is the branch of philosophy that deals with morals or right and wrong. Definition. Ethics are the principles and guidelines that help us to uphold things we value. Ethics in research are important. You are young to conduct an experiment. It should be applied on all stages of research, such as in planning, conducting, and evaluating a research. Thus, research ethics educates and monitor a scientist conducting a research to ensure a high ethical standard. Importance of research. Promotes the aim of research, such as knowledge, truth, and avoidance of error. Promotes the value that are essential to collaborative work, such as trust, accountability, mutual respect, and fairness. Help us to ensure that researchers can be held accountable to public. Help to build public support for research as people more likely to fund research projects if they trust the quality and integrity of research. Promotes moral and social values such as social responsibility, human rights, animal welfare. General basic principles of ethics. Honesty. Honesty report data, results, methods, and procedures and publication status. Do not fabricate, falsely, or misinterpret data. Honestly pursuing accurate beliefs and understanding. Transparency by sharing data, and it must be clear. Next, objectivity. Strike to avoid bias in experimental design, data analysis, data interpretation, peer review. Third, integrity. Keep your promises and agreements. Act with sincerity. Strive for consistency of thoughts and actions. Fourth, carefulness. Avoid careless errors and negligence. Carefully and critically examine your own work. Keep good records of research activities such as data, collection research, design, and correspondence with agencies and in journals. Integrity overall accuracy and consistency of data. Carefulness, mindful focus, and observance. Openness. Fifth, share data, results, ideas, tools, resources. Be open to criticism and new ideas and experiences. For intellectual property. When we say intellectual property or IP, can be seen as bundle of property rights that protect the creation of minds. Respect of intellectual property. First, honor patents, copyrights, and other forms of intellectual property. Second, do not use unpublished data, methods, or results without permission. Third, never plagiarizes. 7. Confidentiality. Protect confidential communications such as papers or grants submitted for publications, personnel records, trade or military secrets, and patients' record. Confidentialities, meeting, and networking are trends nowadays, but they may also lead to the disclosure of vital information. With the use of confidentiality statements, otherwise known as non-disclosure agreement, the parties can keep non-public information under wraps. 8. Respect for colleagues. Respect your colleagues and treat them fairly. 9. Non-discrimination. Avoid discrimination against colleagues or students on the basis of sex, race, or other factors that are not related to their scientific competence and integrity. 10. Social responsibility. Strive to promote social good and prevent social harms through research, public education, and advocacy. Definition and importance. Process of deciding who names belongs on a research paper. In many cases, research evolves from collaboration and assistance between experts and colleagues. It decides which colleagues should be listed as authors or co-authors and which should receive acknowledgement. Ethical guidelines. Each person listed as an author on an article should have significantly contributed to both research and writing as well as must be prepared to accept full responsibility for the context of research articles. Who can be co-author? First, contributed substantially to the research. Second, wrote or revised all or parts of the manuscript. Third, approved the final version of the entire. Plagiarism. Definition and importance of plagiarism. Act of passing of somebody else's ideas, thoughts, pictures, theories, words, or stories as your own. If a researcher plagiarizes the work of other, they are bringing into questions the integrity, ethics, and trustworthiness of some total of his or her research. Either intentionally or unintentionally, plagiarism it is not tolerated by scientific community. Ethical guidelines. A researcher preparing a manuscript should cite the original source or sources if he or she first quotes another person's actual words, either oral or written. Second, paraphrases another person's words, either oral or written. Third, uses another person's ideas, opinions, and theory. Fourth, borrows facts, statistics, or other illustrative materials unless the information is common knowledge. Definition and importance. Process in which an author submits a written manuscript or article to a journal for publication and journal editor distributed the article to the experts. Experts as reviewers. Editor then enter the peer review process. Reviewers and editors read and evaluate the articles. Reviewers submit their reviews back to the journal editor. Journal's editor takes all comments, including their own, and communicate back to the original author. Two most important ethical concepts in peer reviewing process. First, confidentiality. Second, protection of intellectual property. Reviewers should not know the author they are reviewing. And the author should, second, and the author should not be told the names of the reviewers. Third, no person involved in this process can be publicly disclose the information in the article. Research with animals. Animals play a significant role in research. First, use in testing new pharmaceuticals. Second, as teaching tools for medical students. Third, as experiment subjects for new surgical procedures. Research projects that use animals have to be reviewed. The ethical guidelines to ensure that animals intended for use in research facilities are for exhibition purposes or for use of pets are provided human care and treatment. Remember, we have Republic Act 8485, the Philippine law, an act to promote animal welfare in the Philippines or known as the Animal Welfare Act of 1998. Second, to ensure that human treatment of animals during transportation in commerce. Third, to protect the owners of animals from the theft of their animals by preventing the sale or use of animals which have been stolen. Research with human subjects. Definition and importance. The issues concerning research with human subjects involves topic ranging from voluntarily participation in research to fair selections and justice. This variety makes the topic surrounding research ethics with human subjects a challenging one. Respect for persons' informed consent. Involve voluntary participation by subjects who understand what participation entails. Research for persons' privacy confidentiality. People have right to protect themselves and information gathered during research participation could harm a person by violating their right to keep information about themselves private. Risk, benefit, and beneficence. It means doing good. Biomedical research strives to do good by studying disease and health data to uncover information that may be used to help others. Ethical guidelines. Human subjects must voluntarily consent to research and be allowed to discontinue participation at any time. Research involving human subjects must be valuable to society. Research participants must be protected and safe. Researchers must avoid harm, injury, and death of the research subjects and discontinue research. Research must be conducted by responsible and qualified researchers. Research misconduct, definition and importance. It is a process of identifying and reporting unethical or unsound research. It is defined as fabrication, falsification, or plagiarism in proposing, performing or reviewing research or in reporting research results. Making up data or results and recording or reporting them. Falsification, manipulating research materials, equipment, or process, or changing, omitting data such that research is not accurately represented in research record. Plagiarism, appropriation of another person's ideas, process, results, or words without giving appropriate credit. The ethical guidelines, when someone suspected of committing research misconduct, the proper procedure is to first launch an inquiry. If the inquiry reveals a potential research misconduct situations, then conduct a full-scale investigation. Finally, the institution uses the information collected during full-scale investigation to make decisions concerning the presence of misconduct and its severity and what appropriate corrective action should be taken if needed. Plegarino, a well-known biomedical ethicist, stated that when no one is watching, it is the character of the investigator that determines the moral quality of research, and if the research integrity is problematic, we must state and end with investigator. Thus, all the basic principles of ethics are derived from the concept that we individually should treat others as we wish them to treat us. And good day.